You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
This na the Liberty Review with me, Princess Pias.
This na the Liberty Review with me, Mohamed Kamara.
This na the Liberty Review with me, Mariatu Sheriff.
Inside this program, we go look at plenty things them we happen in the salon throughout the week.
Things like politics, sports, courts, the environment, disability, woman and girl picking them business, and plenty other issue them.
So stay tuned. Now we Liberty Facebook page and self YouTube channel and all that social media platform them for they watch the Liberty Review where they come to you every Saturday from 6 to 7 o'clock na net. Also you go get all you views them but still them where they happen.
The Liberty
Review.
This na the Liberty Review with me, Princess Pias.
This na the Liberty Review with me, Mohamed Kamara.
This na the Liberty Review with me, Mariatu Sheriff.
Inside this program, we go look at plenty things them we happen in the salon throughout the week.
Things like politics, sports, courts, the environment, disability, woman and girl picking them business, and plenty other issue them.
So stay tuned. Now we Liberty Facebook page and self YouTube channel and all that social media platform them for they watch the Liberty Review where they come to you every Saturday from 6 to 7 o'clock na net. Also you go get all you views them but still them where they happen.
The Liberty
Review.
This na the Liberty Review with me, Princess Pias.
This na the Liberty Review with me, Mohamed Kamara.
This na the Liberty Review with me, Mariatu Sheriff.
Inside this program, we go look at plenty things them we happen in the salon throughout the week.
Things like politics, sports, courts, the environment.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Liberty Review where they come to you live from my Facebook page and self YouTube channel. The Liberty Review na program where they look at issues them where they happen throughout the week. And today inside this particular edition, this is a special edition as we all know say today Salon done 63 years as we celebrate the independence and I just want for say happy independence to we all na Salon, the world they home and abroad, and so we follow as them, we view as them, all we support as the one for which we all a happy and a blessed Independence Day when at today we don't make with 63 years. Well, for sake of that, well, that's a particular topic where we can look at Salon at 63, waiting at some of the gain them, the challenge, and waiting at the way forward for say we get a better Salon, where go better for we all. Well, with me at the studio, I get Alfie Barry, we a journalist, and Seth na a social commentator, where they talk on different issues them. And then with me at the studio this evening for a look at some of the things them as Salon they celebrate 63 years, waiting for celebrate, waiting at the gain, the success, the challenge, and waiting at the way forward for ensure say this particular country better for we all. Good evening, welcome to the Liberty Review by Mr. Barry.
Well, good evening, Princess, and good evening, Fambolem. I'm glad for there.
The program stay watch at Liberty Review and Mina Princess Pias will bring this edition can to you. Don't forget to like we page, comment at the comment section, and self-share we page as way for support Liberty Online TV. As way for CC, we self get the kind followership we want, as we they provide credible and factual information na this credible institution. The program stay watch at Liberty Review and still get me guest, as we all know today Salon na 63 year, we Independence Day today. Well, waiting na some of the gains them, the challenge them, and waiting at the way forward why we for celebrate. As we all know, say Salon, if na motorman, a big posting, and Salon don't be led by series of different governments them till we don't reach to this particular day today. Well, for discuss on this Salon at 63, I still get with me Alfie Barry in the studio where they are for catch up for this day. Happy Independence to we all, Alfie.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
Salon at 63 as somebody where this is a young country, this is we all young. it's a moment of reflection. Just this Independence Day, what do you think say it mean for we all as Salone people for let me see this particular day first of all?
Thank you very much, Fambolem. Good evening, and I'm glad for that. Thank you very much, Princess, for giving me the opportunity for always talk about very important issues. But two things first. I know you know I'll talk this, but I want to personally congratulate you on your new accolades. We just bagged. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you know it's good. Sometimes in the with the land book now quiet, so I just shock people. So I'm really impressed with you having a master's degree. So it tells you that as a journalist, we have a land book, not to like study them part and only for 30, 40 years, and then we get diploma. now we are doing well. Thank you. Congratulations, Daniel.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you.
Thank
You're
you.
very fortunate. Before I answer a question, very important question. In the first place, before I answer a question, I first want to express my sincere thanks and appreciation to the Almighty God for giving me the opportunity for I to be born in this very beautiful land, when I call Sierra Leone. This is a very beautiful country with huge potential, very good people, brilliant people, a land of powerful mixture, a land of diversity, and most importantly, a land of religious tolerance. And also a land we're relatively peaceful in itself, and a land where we get a lot of potential. We get people who are very, very resilient people. So really, an immense pleasure for they are born in a country like this, Princess, and you for be proud for being a Sierra Leonean. Because you see, a lot of philosophers them say, if you want to measure somebody, a true measure of a man, not to when something sweet, and when difficulty is. And Salone, we don't demonstrate all over the world remarkable resilience in a very difficult moment. This country don't go through hell and back. If there be any other country on planet Earth, the people will disintegrate. I will tell you from more gain independent to the challenges, we don't go through coups, we don't go through civil war, we don't go through Ebola, we don't go through pandemic, we have corona, now we grapple with kush. So now a privilege for getting people, despite the challenges and economic hardship, people are still in Sierra Leone, happy, they smile. And this country also, one beautiful thing about Sierra Leone, and also no place in the world where are more accepting to strangers than any other country than Sierra Leone. Now Sierra Leone, they see even Lebanese, they feel like now they own the country past me now. A lot of things happen in Sierra Leone where foreigners they do. If you go to the country, now Sierra Leone they come, you don't even get forget document for them. In Gambia, you need to forget you work permit for walk around the streets of Gambia. But in Sierra Leone, everything just open up. It tells you that this is a very beautiful country. Now for answer your question, in the first place, I don't see on social media, even before this very big important day, people will ask if we for celebrate this day, or is there anything for celebrate about? Well, me can tell you, see, I would choose for say a day of deep reflection for me. Yeah. I don't want to be overtly pessimistic and also too optimistic. There's little to celebrate about, but there are a couple of things where I want to light on the positive before we talk about the immense challenges with Sierra Leone face. And permit me, Princess, for give quick background, because everything they do, they say if you don't know your sense of history, it means you don't know your sense of direction. Because some of the problems we face in Sierra Leone is historic. So I therefore give a brief historical antecedent for you understand this. But we get a couple of things, but there's very few what they celebrate about. One thing we need for celebrate Princess, now the fact say we are very resilient people. Despite the challenges, as I say, we still continue to hold on to the fort. But secondly also, despite the challenges, we don't have a perfect democracy. Our democracy is fragile, it is challenged, it needs to be improved. But this is a country we don't organize within itself 6 elections in which the opposition don't win and the incumbent don't lose. The incumbent don't win, the opposition don't win. Very few countries in where they don't come up on war, don't show that kind of resilient in day. And also, Salone, despite the challenges, Princess, we get religious tolerance. We get religious tolerance in such a way, for instance, in Nigeria as of now, there's a battle between religious conflicts. You go to the northern part and the southern part, they are starkly divided. But in Salone, they see intermarriages happen between Muslims and Christians. Despite the fact that we are younger as compared to other countries, so we get religious tolerance also. But we also get political freedom, Princess. We get the right for elect your own leaders freely, no? Like I say, for conduct 6 elections, democratic elections, from 2002 to now. It's not easy. So that in itself is something we celebrate about. But another very important thing we for celebrate also, and with potential, we are yet to be exploited. This is a country we get a very youthful population. Young people are willing for land. Look at you, very young lady. You have a master's degree. I don't say they go for the PhD now. A lot of young people, they don't land carpentry. You see young people, they go to universities. Study journalism of whole party. Now journalists in the land book, they get PhD in journalism as of now. Willie James, they get PhD. So we have the young minds who will get the potential for growth. So another thing we'll celebrate and the potential of Sierra Leone because we get the youthful population. These are the good aspects. Very few aspects we need to talk about. But Princess, we problem begin the moment where in 1808, where the white man declared Sierra Leone as a crown colony. Of course, you do small history. Yeah. We basic history will be 1808 and then declared Sierra Leone as a crown colony. What does that mean? It means the white man they come from Britain, come colonize Sierra Leone. And colonialism is so dangerous for Sierra Leone, Princess. It be very crude, it be very old, it be very dangerous, and the most important thing, and they use this big word from Bulem, but it leads to massive deculturization of Sierra Leone. In other words, we culture our belief. Before 1808, we get some system of government in Sierra Leone. Not only democracy, but we get stability in Sierra Leone. It will not be get king business, but we get chief, paramount chief, local chief, we get them. We get our own system. But the white man they come, they say we system very, very old, inferior. So they count their own white man system, they can't impose on power, they will say wholeheartedly accept them. So from 1808 to 1963, we forefathers them, like the Nimana and the Mamiyokos, they've been there for protest. Some of them lost their life. But in 1963, finally, the white man decided to say, look, give Salone. So then people they don't run their own affairs. Even though to be a total independence, because at that time, even if we get Governor General, when a white man from Britain, the Queen, I mean they rule Salone. But at that time, we get the first British Sierra Leone Prime Minister in the person of Uda. Sir Milton Magai, yeah? That be a medical doctor, Britain educated. Sir Milton Magai, they be described as a good person, and I think the problem against that process, and it get impact on what we go for talk today. Milton Magai be a good person, very educated medical doctor. He become a prime minister, and we will move away from colonialism. And I think also in Africa, we get a wave of independence. Kwame Nkrumah back when they declared for Ghana. But even though this guy be a transformative, a very, very good leader, he get very good intention, but he begin make the first mistake on the first day. So when he come, the first thing for them do, when he make mistake with the country as of today, he will lack a coherent strategy, a coherent national agenda, where they pull Salone from that colonialism, and he usher we into your system will fit your own context. And Princess, and this is going to be the crux of the conversation today. Sir Milton Magai began opportunity for take out a strategy where now a decolonization strategy for move away from colonialism. But what he do at that time, he failed in that aspect. Instead, what he take preeminence? Now party politics. Now the time then you will get a competition between because that's not just SLPP that's a party. Yeah? SLPP. APC born out of SLPP. Now where Sir Milton Magai been demonstrate that leadership for really move Salone from that colonialism. Instead, what he prioritize now party politics. Now make he begin see Shaka Stephen begin argue say we need to get election before independence. Now make we go to Lancaster, now Britain before the Queen tell you so we're not ready to go out of for get independence because one of the leaders then one of the bicker, one of the argue too much, you don't get strategy. So we been come back, now make Shaka Stephen break away and form the All People's Congress. You been find out say and people like make this mistake. The one party system. Now Albert Magai, then Milton Magai, small brother. Let me implement that strategy. Shaka Stephen just can't perfect them. You know, when he win the elections, he declares Salone as a Republican state. Automatically, we miss that. That's the biggest mistake in the way we lead us and we do at that time then day. So instead of we talk about the strategy in which we need to get a national agenda for moving away from colonialism, now party politics come in. SLPP and APC come. Albert Magai begin choosing from some of his tribesmen and some Shaka Stephen begins to say, oh, you choose your tribesmen. Now they'll begin make the mistake. So Salone go to one party system, Mombo come, continue, misbehave, then PRC come. Then take over, we will not be monitored, but we read up a book. People then gladly say, so Yaman didn't take over. So Yaman can misbehave also. They misbehave big time. In fact, that make now we go to civil war. Strasser come and Madabio come take over for democracy, well, I disputed history. So in 2000, now where President Kabaka, what been a declare peace. A declare peace, in play your part. And I will tell you, from Albert Magai, Milton Magai, Shaka Stephen, Momo, and Strasser, President Kaba, Anes Baikoma, and now President Bio. Among them all, if you look at them, the one we really demonstrate beautiful democratic credential among the one of President Kaba. Because
why you say so?
President Kaba at that time, remember, he came from the UN, it can't take a country in which the country be in serious civil war. So at that time, he been desperately want for let Salon go back to peace. And when Salon then declared Salon saying a peaceful country in 2002, and he win the election, of course, when he won the election, at that time, what will we need as a country? Not to be massive economic development, what will we need? We need institutional building. It build institutions, like the likes of Kenya State examples of today. Then they made part of the established NAXA, the Sierra Leone police, the parliament. So they put structures in place for democracy. It laid the ground for democracy at that time. And then we need, and so we need free quality education too much, because at that time we need stability. So it brings some amount of democracy. You listen to the one way they work with President Kaba, you clearly see say Namangwe it been very flexible. He talk to Fode Sanko, because at that time what we need now be peace and stability amongst them all. So, my argument today, what they make by this program is the fact that because that colonialism, when we move away from our way, I mentioned Albert Magai and Milton Magai, that mistake we do. Even as of now, they haunt you. As of now, I can tell you, say, okay, Hala will go Penkano, but we are not still independent. We are as dependent both politically, economically, culturally, and psychologically. And the most difficult parts for let you really become independent, now we become psychologically orientated. Even as of now, with current leaders, they are still wallowing in colonialism. Now, we're not going colonialism, you know to get neo-colonialism, indirect colonialism. That makes Salon will conduct election. Despite the fact that Salon people conduct election, we for European Union, the Carter Center, for validatory elections. 2023 election, we don't, even though we don't as of now. Most people have been reference. Look what the EU talk, look what the Carter Center talk, look what the America talk. Because Salon will not become independent mentally, psychologically, economically. That makes as of now, Salon we still dependent on donor-driven support in this country. So if then send they will be the advocate for independence, then we leaders, then bunch of leaders, the Shaka Stevens, the Albert Magai, the Milton Magai, they may sit down and thrash out a coherent decolonization strategy. As of now, Salon for them become a better, for them in a better place, pathway this as of now. Because at that time, if a Magai, we don't say, okay, nothing that happened, we need to forget the democracy. But democracy, guy, that's about the column. It is neither here nor there. Without the power, Westminster democracy, we're not Britain, we have some amount of American democracy. We don't even have a coherent democracy as of now. So for me, I think that we need to get a overall in which we democracy need to be, it need to suit to your context, African context. And I need to talk say we need to get a dictator, no. But we need to get a controlled democracy, a democracy that speaks to our own realities. The democracy where they ensure say, a very important for last cities, where they ensure say we bolster local production. For make sure so we use resources for the Ghana, not for use for fund activities. But as long as we continue to depend by the European Union, by the World Bank, by the Carter Center, by the Millennium, look, as of now they celebrate MCC for the energy sector. And I don't see the press living in the pool. The MCC say, well, they don't invite Salon government for the part of the compact. But they put a caveat. And white man, let's tell you, white people always when they do you good, there is a strings attached. They get the conditionalities where they put. Then say, for letting give you that money, they follow, we transform the energy sector. We need to ensure say the tripartite, what you go on as of now. The implementation needs to be fully adhered to. So that they don't give the money they still don't meet almost all the benchmark. So because process, just like you, the papa and the host, there's another person they can feed you, picking them. You expect to pick them for they respect you. You may not expect my host, that's so Salon as of now. Almost everything is failing is being dependent on donor-driven contribution.
So, Alfie, earlier you don't make mention of series of good points them. Also, you don't take we mind back to history and mention we forefathers them in terms of bringing democracy na Salon. With all of them points in from then in the civil war, all of the issues that would happen would all reach to this point, 63 years. And you talk about this institution, and I want to know people don't call for depoliticized institutions, them. Also, we miss all this with all of the issues that will still get at this point, when issues them will for don't address it. This politics issue, when one of the major problems in the country, where they affect so many things them. Just like we make mention, say, earlier days, the multi-magai then send them, now then send them for don't make a good decision, where for don't tell on this particular moment so we do now. Also, we miss everything go wrong. Also, we miss everything is the fact that, before I answer a question, I have a couple of rhetorical questions. Salon, one of the blessed countries in the world. We have nearly 30 minerals and still counting. With all the minerals a day, we're just wealthy under the ground, but on top, we are very, very poor.
Why is it that we have politics that is being punctuated by tribalism and regionalism? State resources, they allocate them based on tribe and region. Now, they reward mediocrity instead of competence. As of now, Salon, for let you get job, not based on the qualification or competence, but based on who that you sabi. That's what Salon not now as of now. Why is it that despite the fact that we have a youthful population, the greater part of the population, where in other countries, them, now a very big blessing as of now, but the youthful population, in fact, they don't result they've now become addicts. So you begin to ask yourself, what will get them wrong? And I answer a question. Now, because we lack transformative leadership. You see, we lack transformative leadership and we lack patriotism and civic responsibility. You can blame the president. You can blame President Bio. Of course, you can blame him. Because let's tell you, who said the president they watch and the old man they watch? We lack transformative leadership where they rise above party politics. And this now in both the SLPP and the APC. If you look at the SLPP and the APC, ideologically they are the same. SLPP and the APC, they're almost the same when it comes to the ideological differences. So what we need for do princess as of now, we need to get that transformative leadership. Now make if you see constitution, when they say you are the commander-in-chief, the order of the Grand Roquel, the moment you are elected, you don't rise above that party politics. President Bio, the moment they bestow you the powers, you don't become the president. You are no longer speaking to SLPP anymore. You are now representing 7 million people. So when they take decision, you need to get that national lens. But because we leaders over time, and it's more common among SLPP and APC, especially Bakoma and President Bio as of now. So even if you look at the appointments, and we don't see this Bakuma Kute, where APC be in power, one know Simon Caleb go to Makeni weekends. As of now, don't change. Now boy they go. Not a bad thing. And something in the listen, something in the as a leader, where you get your own team. Understandable. You get for get your own team where you get for trust and you get for put decision making process at the hand. But going above that, where you can't certain institutions, you don't need for compromise. And I don't make mistake. Then you begin to ask yourself, princess, why is it that state-run institutions they fail? Why is it that you see state-owned institutions they fail, like the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation? Look at the Lotto company. Look at Sierra Leone. As of now, Sierra Leone don't become so indebted, they don't become liability. No investor. They won't privatize Sierra Leone, whether they buy them. Because of the liability where they did. Because they don't politicize. Look at EFSA and EGTC. And Salpost where they are just a pale shadow of its former self. In other countries, they allow the private sector to come in. But because the institutions they don't fail over time, they don't become so politicized. They don't square a peg in a round hole, and I usually do the documentary them say why state-owned institutions they fail. I'm not going to conversation on Epic Radio. I tell people them say because they try to put square peg in round hole, you can get a PhD in a square peg in round hole. I can tell you because for instance, if you look at Salpost or you look at Sierra Leone, the state-owned companies, where they put people at the head, how can you go and put politicians who don't campaign for elections? You don't get the requisite qualification, the experience for going in institutions and it. I will tell you there are some offices where I don't go in as civil service them. If you really talk about politics, I don't buy party card. I can just feel like shake my head. Party boys are permeating those institutions, and we don't see a pattern in Sierra Leone in which the moment power change hand, even the gate man, the cleaner, they change them. They can't hear people them. And in governance and leadership, you get what you call institutional memory. Some man they don't serve at that office for 10, 15 years. You can't pull up person no more abruptly without no legal justification. You pull up person, you bring somebody when a new person. I said if you get PhD from Cambridge, where you come, you get to struggle to understand the inner workings of that institution because experience matters as of now. But as of now, you look at the current crop of politicians we are having in Sierra Leone. We commend President Bio. You get young people. Listen, you look at President Bio. In the first 5 years. In appointment we make, it rely on more the older ones, the older guys, the powerful guys, the JJ Safar, the Professor Francis, for them to take the center stage. They failed him. They failed him woefully. Remember, admit they failed him. So when he win 2023 election in a very controversial circumstance, it ditched them all. It don't rely on young people now. Oh, all commend all the young people in our governance. But these young people, they've started on a very wrong footing. They don't begin make mistake where even the one way they don't let them a long bench, don't begin celebrate as of now. Because the problem we're having in Sierra Leone is we lack that transformative leader, a visionary leader, where they go beyond party politics and look at issues based on a nationalistic point of view. But we don't lambast the leaders. But how about the Sierra Leoneans also? We lack patriotism.
So 63 of independence, will they go before or will they come the end as a country?
We are progressively retrogressive in almost every aspect of national development. Even like Salo, within our own planet, look at the rankings globally. Look, for instance, I was at part of the UNDP launch, where they launched the Human Development Index. Salon, the country that will beat, a country where they did a war. Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, and Omis. Out of 191 countries, we come 184. And the vice president was there trying to put a positive spin on the issue. Well, we don't try, we manage, we begin spin. So we begin to see the leadership in Sierra Leone, they're not honest to themselves. How can you be ranked 184 out of 191 countries and you're celebrating about it? It's a failure. So for answer your question, we are progressively retrogressing. And I tell you what, President Bio way in a candidate Bio. If you like the candidate Bio and the President Bio are two different people. Princess. The candidate Bio will see the campaign in 2018 and the promises we make. Then I don't look at the New Direction Manifesto. Where in a very detailed document, a very nationalistic document, if like they just full arm, and go keep them upside the hand they reach them. They're now working with different documents as of now. In almost every ranking, there's no way we can spin this about this. You want, don't talk to me, don't give me job. But in almost every aspect of Sierra Leone, we are failing as of now. We are not making progress, we are stagnated, and politics don't become so polarizing. With the example with electricity problem, I think there's some group them. And I see some party boys, they try for spin the issue. As a country, I can give you a figure. By just light business, from 2016, so you see what I say, the SLP and the APC, they're almost identical twins. This is not to up made at the pull from 2016 to 2019. The World Bank Peace Salon over $200 million for ensure to get light at Sierra Leone. 200 princes, $200 million. As of now, President Bio government they celebrate, say we get 35% light penetration of the country. And they celebrate what they give that $235 million to Paul Kagame. Almost every part of Rwanda will get electricity. So when you look at light in itself, holistically, you need to look at the generation, the distribution, and the governance aspect of it. And I want to talk about the governance. The chief minister then did an interview in which he was very condescending and disrespectful to people of Sierra Leone, and he need to apologize for some of his statements when he make. It basically a scapegoat. I watched the interview halfway. I just turned off the phone and not watch again. I said, I'll make use of me MB for better thing. Oh, okay, he began blame the people of Sierra Leone. He tell me say we get light in 18 months we get light. That's what he promised. For them to get sustainable energy. So the chief minister they blame the people of Salon saying, "I want the thief light. We don't give for pay light B." There's some element of truth in it. Some people they thief light. But you see something in the way they cast blame, look first under your foot. You know how much you billing O, etc. I see one paper, I not just get the figures in my head. It passed over 200 billion. Where you billing all EDSA. Why you need to go after that money then? So the chief minister back sit down and say, people in there where they illegally abstract electricity. Correct. It says some people will go poorly transformers. What if people will go touch transformer now because light no day? If light they go touch transformer, that become a blackout day. And those that are still in the light, may also the communication, I'll go back on business. Well, like, go not supposed to understand what light I go call. So you go begin say maybe the one way they tap out the light, some of them to answer, then they go. Some man they don't go store the electricity. Correct. But that's in itself now incompetent on your part, with all the PhD. Because you get the responsibility for monitor and deter. You as a government, you get the responsibility for go after the one where they illegally abstract electricity. Monasalo don't see ETSA, when they go out for do the routine check. We get some hotels in Sierra Leone, all know, when they thief light in this country, they know. Extra people they know. Instead of what they do, they go to the slum areas, they go for money where they get one bedroom and just one fridge and small television. Then where somebody don't touch a meter, extra man they go pull a meter and they begin harass the people. Where you are living, those that are embarking on mega theft, and you know them. Why can't you go after them? You are a government. You have everything. You have the state resources. You have the parameters to go after these people. The first thing they will go after the people and they are incompetent on the part. So for can begin scapegoat and blame people and say because they thief like them we get enough electricity, you begin for laugh. It's laughable. And the chief minister don't promise you say in 18 months with the watch up, with the countdown, we get sustainable energy. And I know say maybe, and as of now we need over $400 million. Holistically follow invest in energy in itself. But because the energy sector is so corrupt, and I so feel bad for this innocent old pa, where he just don't come take the broader blame, can't just say. Because when they look at the energy system and say, you know we just blame the Ministry of Energy. Now a multi-sectoral approach, you begin to ask yourself, there's a great deal of politics that happened. The power is in the morning, even the Ministry of Finance disposed $17 million for give to the car power ship. So now we don't know say, oh, so the money be already there, now the Ministry of Finance, but they wait for Kaja State. So then you begin to see there's a lot of undermining in the Ministry of Finance. So maybe they don't like the mind leadership in itself.
So this one particular point we make mention about this undermining, how don't they affect service delivery in the country?
It massively affects service delivery because we get some man and they for let them go up that ladder, they need for step on somebody first. Even in the civil service, even in the public sector, we get a lot of backstabbing, a lot of undermining, a lot of compromise, a lot of sabotage that happen there. But why wait for your own time, let you go through the ranks? Salon very corrupt, I can tell you. Even if you look at the grading system in the public service, what I don't see. You look at grade 1, grade 2, they get the workers and grade 8, if you get master's degree, for you qualify for go grade 8, for you be a director, at least the requirement, you get a master's degree. But we have seen in Sierra Leone in which there are some communication officers when you elevate them to director status. And when you're a director, your salary is bump small. It will pass 20 million per month. Some man and then a first degree they get, they are not directors in some offices. And the civil code of the civil servant and code clearly states that for you be a director in an office, you don't get a master's degree. On top of my head, I can name 5-6 communication officers when I call it directors. Then they make over 35-40 million per month. But they don't have a master's degree. We get some man in the civil service, they have 2-3 master's degree, they don't work in the past 10-15 years, they get solid track record. But just because they think say they need to sing to the current system in tune, they are still where they are. In fact, some of them they have been demoted. So because the public sector in itself is so corrupt, it's so stagnated, it's so old, it's full of bureaucracy, the most needed service, remember the public sector now the engine of growth. All agenda where the government they conceive, the free quality education now, the free salon, they are the ones, they are the experts. They're not supposed to be politicians. Rather, they're supposed to be experts in their own field. But because we have some civil servants, some man they don't be permanent secretary for the past 34-40 years, like they're just there around as permanent secretary. So they take that, they get that sense of entitlement. You know, when they society, you don't understand the inner workings. You know, when political appointee come, if you don't sing to a tune, you don't undermine them because you know they don't go for sack you. So now we need to get a conversation on how we need to ensure we reform the public sector. Princess.
Okay, well, continue for those in the studio. Well, that's Alfie Barry, we're a journalist and a social commentator. Today, inside this particular edition of the Liberty Review, we look at Salon at 63, as we all know today, now the time we will get independence, and we don't 63 years. Waiting at the gain, the success and the challenge, we don't make us a country inside the 63 years. Now all of them things they know they discuss inside the program. And when they bring this edition, can't tell me name na Princess Spears. Continue for following our Facebook page and self YouTube channel. Like we page, comments and the comment section. Well, we're gonna listen to the president in speech where he give for sake of this Independence Day celebration.
As we commemorate the 63rd anniversary of our cherished independence, we give thanks to Almighty God for enabling us to mark another year of our nation's freedom and the opportunity to shape our future and destiny. I'm deeply humbled and grateful to you, my fellow citizens. Your cooperation and steadfast dedication to peace and harmony are the pillars that make my role as your president possible. Today, we proudly honor the immense courage and determination of our forefathers, whose unwavering struggles and sacrifices secured the freedoms we enjoy today. We must never take these freedoms for granted, for they were bought with the sweat and blood of those who came before us. As we mark another Independence Day, we are confronted with significant economic challenges, including high food prices, elevated fuel costs, and persistent energy shortages that impact the daily lives of every Sierra Leonean. Challenges confronting us, my government is taking decisive actions across key sectors. These actions are aimed at boosting our nation's growth and prosperity, and we are committed to their success. Our unwavering focus remains on our sworn duty to Sierra Leoneans and our collective determination to overcome challenges as they arise. Together, we can and we will build a stronger and more prosperous Sierra Leone. To tackle the high cost of living, we have recalibrated our fiscal and monetary policies to stabilize the exchange rate and reduce inflationary pressures. From a peak of 55% in October 2023, inflation has declined to 42% as of February 2024. We anticipate that this downward trend will continue, enhancing the purchasing power of our people and effectively lowering the overall cost of living. Ongoing energy crisis affecting every aspect of our lives, from our homes to our businesses. We are proactively engaging with partners and stakeholders, including the private sector, to ensure the provision of stable and reliable electricity to sustain our nation's growth. Our government has also invested significantly in energy subsidies since 2018 to help reduce the energy cost to citizens. As part of our commitment to an energy-secure future, we are advancing our energy mix strategy, aiming for 75% of our energy portfolio to be derived from renewable resources. This move supports our vision for economic stability and underscores our dedication to environmental stewardship. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, our flagship Feed Salon program is decisively underway with the twin objectives of achieving food self-sufficiency and sustainable economic growth. This program is designed to close the gap between the production of our major staple foods and local demand, increase exchange earnings, create employment, and establish a resilient food system. In the short to medium term, we are channeling substantial investment into agriculture to help reduce the prices of basic food items, especially rice. We have increased the national agricultural budget allocation from 2% to 7%, dedicating 836 million new loans to various agricultural projects, particularly rice production. As part of our radical inclusion strategy for this planting season, we are introducing new financial instruments, including the first ever crop insurance and credit facilities worth approximately 658 million new loans. That is about 28 million United States dollars, specifically targeting women and youth. This comprehensive approach will mitigate price volatility, strengthen food sovereignty, boost resistance against external shocks, and significantly contribute to food security and hunger reduction in our nation. To scale up this Feed Salon initiative, we are relying on the private sector alongside the international partners and NGOs to play a crucial role. The donor-funded agriculture project worth 3.2 billion new loans, which is about 136 million United States dollars. Targeted for 2024, we enhanced local production of crops like rice, onion, cassava, cocoa, cashew, and develop vital agricultural infrastructure, such as feeder roads to improve market linkages. Our long-term agriculture vision is that we pave the way towards a future where Sierra Leone celebrates complete food sovereignty, a time when no Sierra Leonean worries about their next meal. Fellow citizens, on the serious issue of drugs and substance abuse, we have intensified our efforts in combating the Kush epidemic and other lethal synthetic drug abuse by declaring a national emergency and establishing the National Task Force on Drugs and Substance Abuse. We are mobilizing all necessary resources to address this crisis. This battle requires the cooperation of every community, traditional leaders, family, patriots, and especially our young Sierra Leoneans. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, to cushion some of the effects of our economic challenges on the most vulnerable amongst us, such as women, the elderly, and people with disabilities, we continue to mobilize domestic resources and collaborate with our development partners to implement social safety net programs. This includes cash transfers and labor-intensive projects that create employment opportunities for our youth. In our quest for economic autonomy, the critical role of international partnerships is vital. Our rich land necessitates both internal and external investment to meet our economic realities. My overseas travels are not undertaken for leisure, but are crucial in securing the necessary investments and partnerships essential for our national development. These efforts are already producing substantial results. Just as our founding fathers acknowledged that independence would not bring immediate transformations, we too understand that the fruits of our international engagements may take time to manifest fully. These combined efforts I have enumerated are only some of the initiatives aimed at demonstrating our commitment to a sustained future and a stronger economy. On this Independence Day, I assure every Sierra Leonean that your patience and tenacity are recognized and deeply appreciated. Your acknowledgement of our noble development efforts and constructive critique are invaluable, and our commitment to nation building and preserving the freedom of speech, especially at a time like this, remains unwavering. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, we envision a Sierra Leone where every citizen proudly identifies with their national heritage and experiences what it truly means to be the atoms of West Africa. Dedicated to developing an educated and competitive workforce and ensuring a healthy population as we build a prosperous Sierra Leone. Our duty to industrialize our nation is clear. A thriving Sierra Leone needs a robust energy infrastructure and a dynamic manufacturing sector supported by local, foreign, and diaspora investments. Through all of these challenges, my government steadfastly upholds transparency and accountability. We are firmly committed to peace. It is the bedrock of our democratic progress. And we believe democracy will prevail. Recent events have sharply reminded us of the fragility of our freedoms. In responding to any attempts to undermine our democracy, we recall that to keep enjoying our independence and the freedoms we now have, we must stay in a state of vigilance. Our remain ever prepared to defend our nation against any threat. I affirm that peace and freedom are universal rights, not privileges for the few. Our unity transcends political and religious divisions and endures through different governments. I renew my pledge to serve and protect every citizen of Sierra Leone, regardless of their background. Our country has moved from shadows of war and autocracy to enjoy the liberties of free election, a free press, free speech, freedoms that my administration vigorously upholds. As your president, it is my primary duty to uphold our democracy and constitution. In doing this, I reflect on the words of our first Prime Minister, Sir Martin Magai, in his inaugural independence message, and I quote, "We believe in the dignity of every citizen and the sovereignty of our nation, and we will oppose to the limits of our power any movement of aggression which may conflict with these ideas." End of quote. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, there is profound hope for our future. A hope based on the concrete actions we have taken now for a better Sierra Leone. I call upon all citizens, professionals, and investors at home and abroad to sustain your faith in our national mission. Our shared belief in a Sierra Leone, strengthened by the government's diligence and divine grace, will guide us through these challenging times. Let us remain united and firmly dedicated to our collective aspirations for our economic freedom, political liberty, and social freedom. With unity, freedom, and justice as our banner, our journey progresses towards honoring the legacy of our forefathers who fought for Sierra Leone's independence. Together, we aim for a future where every Sierra Leonean enjoys the full fruits of freedom and prosperity. Let us advance with hope and firm faith in our nation. Thank you again for your unwavering support. May God bless each of you, and may God continue to bless the Republic of Sierra Leone. I wish you all a peaceful and happy 63rd Independence Anniversary.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Well, from that speech from the president, see the journey back now studio. Me and him na Princess Pierce, the program still watch. Now the Liberty Review, they can see live now Facebook page and self YouTube channel. And today inside this particular edition of the program, we look at Salona 63, the gains, the challenges, success, and the way forward. And with me in the studio, I still get Alfie Barry, we a journalist, and same way so na a social commentator. We don't talk about different issues them, and he don't lay series of premises and self don't make series of good points them inside the program. If you be miss out earlier on the program, we'll look at Salona 63 years and he highlight series of issues them from the war, Sir Albert Magai, and other people them where we don't serve in the country to now, and some of the issue them where we still get as a country and waiting need for be done for address these issues there. One thing we make mention of get for do with the institution their way for depoliticize as politics. Now one thing we don't pull the institutions them where they make we get challenge for service delivery in the country. Alfie, you just don't listen to the president's speech where he give on this particular day, and he highlights number of issues them. Two things when we pick from that particular statement in speech where he make. One gets for do side, we should side the president acknowledge the fact, say we they get economic challenge, and he make mention of the electricity, and same way so the food shortage where he talk about, but as part of the plan, government priority and feed salon, although challenge we say they're still working for address. Another one gets for do with the patience, and see people always say the resilience. Now the president coin and fine tuner, he say he acknowledge back say the Sierra Leoneans they get patience and tenacity with all of the things that will happen at the country. Then in the way where the president make mention about now in speech, you want to agree with some of them particular thing in the way he make mention about the economic challenge, because I want to put on the top, but now it come out from the president and I acknowledge, say yes, as country we go through economic challenge.
Of course.
What you need for be done for address some of the issues there.
Thank you very much. Salon, we come and speech, we can number one. And I'm afraid, and I don't want to be overtly pessimistic, I'm afraid say, maybe on the eve of 2027, and this I'm fair, I don't want to see President Bill team up back and give speech before he left, and most of the challenges that we face as of now still continue for passes. If that happen, Sierra Leoneans will remember as one of the worst presidents, and I hope it not happen. Because Salon, the challenges don't go beyond speech now. It's very clear, just like when you do research. Some of the variables are very clear there before you. The challenges are there. And if you look at the president in body language, when they deliver the speech, if you psychoanalyze the man is not happy. President B is not happy. From his body language, in dominion, the way he gesticulates, he's not happy with Sierra Leone and acknowledge and say there are challenges in Sierra Leone. And we're in his almost 6th year. We only have barely 4 years now. We are approaching that. So that same story will be the 2018 at the Sierra Leone area back 2027. It will be very bad for Sierra Leone. But again, I agree with you. Our economy is very bad. And as of now, President Bio, they prioritize food security. It's shocking for no say, Princess, as of now. Sierra Leone, they spend $300 million every year for bringing restaurant salon. $300 million every year for bringing restaurant salon. In which I come across a research a couple of years ago, we say we land where again salon in arable lands, where it must say arable land where it's suited for agriculture. We don't even utilize 20% it.
The Tomabom exposure, we just don't know.
The White Elephant Project, Princess, you see, and advise the Ministry of Agriculture. They need to move away from this workshop agriculture and go to the farms. How on earth can you have people in agriculture, they drive in SUVs, they get them pure water in their hand. Most of the time they spend on into money for launch, from one project to another. Let's move away from launching and go to the farms and before back on agriculture. The Tomabom project, it gets huge potential. But because we don't get the right investment, and when President maybe they launched the Feed Salon program, I was at the Bintumani conference. Was it Bintumani or at Simblu? One of them. And the outgone UN resident coordinator, Dr. Ahonosi, and make a very brilliant point. That guy is a development expert. You know, some places and know where you exaggerate projects, some aspects of the project were not feasible. A comment the president said the free salon project next salon need as of now. But he warned the president. He said what you are embarking on, it is resource intensive, and you also need to forget the technical expertise. We don't have the technical expertise as of now in Sierra Leone, neither do we have the resources to fund this kind of project. So all what we need serious collaboration. But you need to go for collaborate for people, you need to demonstrate, you need to convince the person to say, why can't we invest in salon, investment safe. Princess, salon they spend every year $30 million for bring onion at Sierra Leone. We get Kafubul on Chiefdom, Lunge, a Dede, a very perfectly suited place for onion. You know they say Lunge Abbas. Bo Sami Komo, Bo Gari, na the best place are there for Bo Gari at Sierra Leone. But what will happen at salon as of now? The lack of prudent spending. Lack of prudent spending. And I use this word again. After my initial point say, after we move away from depoliticizing institutions, we need to embark on prudent spending. As of now, we get a lot of reckless spending that happen at salon. President Bio, in just 2018 to date, in one grain or more, now $26 million he just spent by just traveling. $26 million. We have to pay the car power shift for $6 million. The president in London Mountain, not only in ministers and no more, in one grain or more, don't spend $26 million for travel. I make Thomas Dixon call and the president on the road, and he bought them almost party there now. They fly all over the place. It's not bad for you to embark on some trips, but what did happen to your ambassadors and foreign affairs minister? Some trips that the president you don't go, they're totally unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. I mean, all of them president, they are very vehemently opposed to the fact that the president they say, I travel because I want to launder the image of Sierra Leone. I want who invested in Sierra Leone. Very good point. But for me, honestly speaking, if a Turkish investor with $20 million portfolio or an American investor with $30 million portfolio, what kind of investors alone? You know what they look for? And only President for go meet and convince. No. They go online. But you put salon online, the first thing when they see first. Then begin young salon say, the salon police, now the third most corrupt, in fact, now the third most vulnerable to corruption in Africa. Then you see the prevalence of corruption on the increase. You see lights, now free to member, it fluctuates. You see energy penetration at salon at 35%. The roads, the feeder roads in this country, nothing to write home about. You think, say, I said, President, go prostrate before that investor, you don't for say, a big mass media cancel. They can't. Because you cannot come and put your money in a country where stability is not there, where the basic amenities. If you can't invest in agriculture as of now, most of the money is spent on power generator. Because like not there. Look at the road, the feeder roads, even the trunk roads, they are not rehabilitated. So for me, the president needs for begin look inwards rather than outwards. Why can't we ensure that money will President Bio use $26 million? If that money then never be used, it take up. And the president itself, we know the implication. It limits other key sectors for letting realize their potential. For instance, the Ministry of Health, a very crucial ministry. Even as of now, we not even meet the Maputo Protocol when 16% of allocates to Ministry of Agriculture. As of now, they give them 12-13% of the resources when the Minister of Finance go table at the Parliament. And remember, when the Minister of Finance say they give the Minister of Health 12%, not only can they give them one time more. Sometimes they are nothing that happen at Salon. They let the people in such a way when the money they come in tranches. After first quarter, they give small one, they wait for us at 6 months, they give the other one. And so the Ministry of Agriculture, the Ministry of Health in itself, now a very crucial institution. As of now, look at this small blackout we happen at Sierra Leone. Well, as a small blackout, this big blackout we happen at Salon, where Dr. Geraldine George writes, young Pekin die. These are just one example of many situations in which people in there at Sierra Leone, if not any serious country, people in the sue the governments for vicarious liability. You sue the government for damages. But now, go on Salon, you say they go sue Salon government na High Court of Sierra Leone. Then they prolong the case, and they tell you beg, say I beg me, I don't go court again.
Okay.
So investor can invest in Salon process. The justice system is questionable. You don't get justice. Justice is being delayed massively. You think that investor they can invest $30-40 million? President Bio want to go need land before say, you know they can. So for me, we need to be inward looking. When President Bio they traveling, so what did happen? And they put extra strain on the budget. As of now, we look at revenue generation strategy very, very poor. NRA, they say they don't meet the target as of now. But most of the money NRA they generate, the small money they generate, most of them are for service external and internal debts as of now. So why can't we ensure we embark on robust internal resource mobilization when they lead to overtaxation? And this is very important. So a carefully delicate balancing act in which you generate revenue locally, but also overtax. But also we need to formalize the private, the informal sector. Salon will get a lot of potential when it's happening to. Okay. The informal sector, them mommy they would in Abacha, them woman they sell na Abadi wood market. Then people a day, if you formalize them, or I say formalize, you bring them to a formal sector in which you account for the all. But in the formalization process, you need to provide basic amenities for them. You think that mommy they sell na kuto, they gladly for will sell na market, who's that toilet facility not yet?
Okay, as we almost on the wrap up now with the program, with all of the issues that we don't happen now, cost of living high, and looking at the salary increment, the wage bill, the minimum wage where people need, and is low past waiting, then they spend the cost of living. With all of the issues that they happen, 63 years, also 63 days, also 63 months or weeks. This na if na motaman self, you dey glad to say at this age you able to see 63 years because not all man get the opportunity for age. We as country na all we dey also we dey go before going forward. Waiting next, waiting we as citizens because we self get we role for play for ensure say the country we see the kind salary we want. So as citizens, waiting we self for do and serve the government for make salary at least if we know they up. No, they don't.
Citizens, we need to take with civic responsibility seriously. And I always talk to this princess. I advocate for her and she'll say, with curriculum, still get some amount of colonialism. With curriculum as of now, again, some amount of colonialism in it. We need for decolonize with curriculum. As of now, most of the Peking and the academic structure they go through, it get a lot of Western concepts. So it present white man like them better pathway. So we need to look at also that day. But we also need to look at for put into curriculum civic education. I see the Directorate of Civic Education advocate for that day. In America, I think they now space science they do. You get to understand the sense of history, the civic responsibility. So we all need to be patriotic. Not missing a salon. We need to be patriotic, but also we need to be careful in voting our leaders. You see, what you vote for that they get. Salon, you see somebody don't suffer for 4 years, 6 months. When the election come, and they forget the suffer, they don't suffer. Just they vote Tolombo on party lines. Well, as they Tolombo, not the APC in slang. State line, now they vote for the party line. And they forget for the past 4 years, 6 months, they don't suffer for. So we need for begin think about the politics in which you vote based on issue and not really based on parochial tribal line. And again, President Bio need for final point. President Bio need for really need for wake up. As of now, those that are his close circle. The one way they are around them. And sometimes there is some amount of betrayal that happened to the president. The one way they bestow confidence in who he trusts, maybe that they disappoint him. They disappoint him in 2018, and now this new crop of politicians about don't begin to disappoint him. So President Bio needs to wake up and ensure he take the bull by horn. When I first need for set the precedent. You see, President Bio will begin visit you building. Discipline begin come. Man, they begin work 8 o'clock as of now. When you see the power stop, now then they begin where you. See, we have them very, very recalcitrant. When they say the power visit, they now force 1 month. Man, they work 8 o'clock in the morning. You know, after them 5. When you see they hang and force. When you see the power begin go again, all man go back to 7 minutes a day. So, President Bio, self need for set the example. You, for let me be a transformative leader, you need for set the example. Stop the Boku travel. Pay attention to prudent economic management. Ensure to utilize state resources and become less dependent on donor-driven endeavors. Because the white man, they can't give money, they give boku conditionality. Just like how the MCC now all the way for now, so they say MCC for car. They don't put strings attached. They say, power, they give this money, but you need for ensure to tripartite committee. If now your money will generate, we don't go tell you for can spend money. But again, finally, institutions that are supposed to be independent, they have to be independent. We need to groom institutions rather stronger individuals. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Where you join on the program, the Liberty Review. We see you get Boku people who join me today and self comment at the comment section. One for say thank you to the one who join me on the program today. We don't make their own contribution because of time. We're not going to read the messages them. Well, on this edition of the Liberty Review go left for today. Plenty thank you to the technical team. We make you watch me live now Facebook page and YouTube channel. And thank you to my guest when Alfie Barry we don't help we for talk on the issues that we na Salon 63 year when today we'll celebrate with independence and they don't talk on boku team them and provide solutions and recommendation them where governments for looking sign itself with the citizens them for city salon. We see the kind of salon where we want. Continue for follow Liberty Online TV. As we dey for give factual and credible news. We get with Liberty Breakfast Show, they cancel every morning from Monday to Friday from 8 o'clock to 9:30. And we get with Education Talk, where they cancel Wednesday 6 to 6:30 and Safe Saturday Midday, we get we sports updates where they can tell you from 12 to 1, and we Liberty Review where they can tell you from 6 to 7. So to meet again next week Saturday, me and na Princess Pias with they say tata. This na the Liberty Review with me, Princess Pias.
This na the Liberty Review with me, Mohamed Kamara.
This na the Liberty Review with me, Mariatu Sheriff.
Inside this program, we go look at plenty things them we happen na Salone throughout the week.
Things like politics, sports, courts, the environment, disability, woman and girl picking them business, and plenty other issues them.
So stay tuned. Now we Liberty Facebook page and self YouTube channel and all that social media platform them for they watch the Liberty Review where they come to you every Saturday from 6 to 7 o'clock na net. Also you go get all you views them